Hi, my name is Skip Lyons. I'm your cruise director here on board the Carnival Imagination, and I hail all the way from the beautiful country island of Australia.
Skip, can you tell us a little bit about your background as a cruise director?
My history was back in casinos. Actually, I was a casino dealer. That's how I joined Carnival, as a casino dealer back in 1996. Pretty much after being as a casino dealer for 1 month, the casino manager basically said that I talked too much while dealing, so they made me a casino host, running the tournaments, and gave me the opportunity to do what I did best, and that was to talk. So I was the casino host for about a year. Still had problems with my talking. I just love to talk, and it was a cruise director. A cruise director back in the way days. Bless his soul, because he's no longer with us. His name was Dave Armour. He actually got talked to me in the casino one night. He was dealing one of my tournaments. He said, "Well, you really should think about becoming an entertainment host. You should be a social host on board." Well, at the end of that contract, I actually applied and received the job as an entertainment host. And then you kind of work your way up from there. You're an entertainment host, and your background to becoming a cruise director is just working your way up through the ranks. It's going from an entertainment host with different levels, like level 3 entertainment host, level 2 and level 1, and then you become an assistant cruise director. You do your dues, you do your time as an assistant cruise director, and eventually you finally get the chance to be trialled as a cruise director. And then one day you're promoted to a full-fledged seasoned cruise director.
Well, what exactly does a cruise director do? It seems like you're everywhere.
It's the illusion. It's fantastic, isn't it? And if we can pull that off, then we're doing our job. We try. Obviously, we try to be absolutely everywhere, and you try to be out in the public eye as much as you possibly can, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're here to entertain, and we're here to communicate and have fun with the guests as much as we can. What do we do? There's so much to what we do, and obviously the public eye would really have no idea and probably only see 40%, literally 40% of what we do. A lot of the stuff that I've obviously seen is meeting and greeting. Standing at shows, at the entrances, and saying hello and thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed the show. Walking around the vessel as different activities are taking place, and just interacting and having as much fun as you can, as well as running a lot of the events and a lot of the activities. From shows, introducing of every single show, introduction of comedy shows, running of deck parties, even getting out there and running some trivias and some of the daily events, from horse racing to calling a bingo game. But there's obviously a lot of behind the scenes, things that we do as well. And this is the side that obviously the guests would never, ever get to see. We are effectively a department head. We are a manager, and here on board the Imagination of some 45 staff members. So I am directly responsible 24 hours a day for 45 individuals on board. They are the dancers, the musicians, the entertainment staff, the hosts, to the technicians, which play a big role here on board as well. So you've got a lot of responsibility, with managing and running and the daily operations of just the entertainment department. But a lot of the inside information that a cruise director does, there's massive amounts of safety these days. Obviously, safety is our number one priority on board a vessel, and apart from the fact that we have meetings on here, we have almost a daily meeting with some of the senior management, where we sit down and we just go over the daily events of things that we should know, and emails that have come in throughout the night, from corporate, to the office emails, to captain's meetings, to the safety meetings, any kind of meeting you could ever imagine. We have, in the space of a week, there would be maybe 7 or 8 different meetings that we would experience each and every week, as well as working with all the departments. That's another major aspect that we have here on board. We work with a lot of the department heads, from the shops to the photo gallery to the beauty spa and salon. We're working with the beverage operations manager, the food operations manager, and I'm talking about revenue. Revenue is obviously a major aspect to a cruise operation and a cruise industry being successful. We work very closely with those fellow department heads to try to do what we can to assist them in enhancing their revenue opportunities as well. So there's a big chunk of our time.
What kind of entertainment shows can people expect to see on Imagination?
In entertainment shows, we have everything from two dancing style shows with dancers, singers, and a five-piece show band. They performed twice on different nights. Okay, so last night was our elegant night on board, our big fancy night where everyone gets dressed up. And we performed one of those shows, and that was at 7 and also at 8:45. So, we accommodate for the dinner seatings, in terms of showing you an elaborate, award-winning stage show. And then on the last night, which is going to be coming, up, we will have the second of our big shows with our singers, dancers, and our show band. And again, we'll do that twice to accommodate with the fact that we have, some 2,600 and close to 84 guests on board this vessel. But as well as not just those nightly shows with our singers and dancers, we also have comedians that will come on and perform as well. And the comedians will perform both family-friendly style shows. Effectively, you could almost say it's like TV clean comedy. But they'll also do some strictly adult-only material as well. So it gets a little bit spicy.
So what is the most fun then? What most fun part of your job?
The most fun? It's just interacting. I said earlier, and I'll say it again, I like to talk. I have no problems in talking. I like to communicate with anyone and everyone. Happy to meet as many people as I possibly can. I think one of the greatest joys is even just sometimes listening to that laughter. Meeting and greeting and hearing their stories at the end of the cruise of the fun that they've had and how we have touched their lives or offered them the vacation that they were coming to expect. But definitely hearing that laughter is one of the great satisfying aspects to the job as well. When you're able to walk out on stage and have so much fun with the guests and to hear that response and to hear them beg for more.
Do you have any other advice for someone sailing aboard Carnival Imagination?
Sailing on Carnival, just experience as much as you possibly can. We have absolutely everything out there. Everything. And we have a wonderful team that works on board, the cruise vessels. And part of sailing on Carnival is getting involved in that multicultural nationality that we have. There's some 45 different cultures that make up the team members. And that's such a great experience to get out there and undergo. Just get involved with all of that and embrace the fact that there are so many different cultures out there. Talk to those team members, talk to those crew members, discover more about them as a person, and this will also go to enhancing your vacation as well. But read the fun times so that you can get involved. So many people don't look at those fun times, and we spend hours. There's something that the cruise director does as well. We spend hours putting those fun times together and no one reads them. But that's going back to the other question. But do get involved. If there's an activity here and then there's an activity here and here, just experience absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. We say the old saying, and yeah, it's been a standard joke for years, you can sleep when you get home. Well, it is true. Sleep when you get home. Come on the vacation, and my favourite saying is enjoy every minute and enjoy every second that you have. Because sometimes for many people, a vacation is a once in a lifetime event. And it may be many, many, many years until you get the opportunity to take another cruise. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get to see you back much sooner rather than later. But if it is going to be, that duration in between cruises, then 24 hours a day, you stay awake, 24 hours a day, experience everything that we have on board. On the Imagination, it is such a short time frame. That's why I really, stick to that sort of saying. We're a 3-day cruise. Before you know it, the cruise is over. We have our embarkation day, then we're straight into a port day, and then we're already sailing back to our home port. It absolutely flies by. It's not like a 7-day cruise where you've got a few days sailing at sea. We've only got one sea day. It goes past really, really, really quickly. So if you have a quiet first night, that first night doesn't come back again because every night is different on board. So that's why you just got to experience as much as you possibly can and just get out there and meet as many people as you can, from the team members to your fellow guests, and just love every second that you have while it's available.